Somewhere in a park, right now, a squirrel is lying to you. Not with words, with its whole body. It digs a hole, it pats the dirt down, it even nods, like the job is done. But there's no nut in that hole. There never was one. And scientists only just figured out why. If you've ever watched a squirrel bury a nut, you assumed it was simple. Dig, drop, cover, walk away. That's what everyone assumed for decades. But researchers started noticing something strange. Sometimes, a squirrel would go through the entire burying routine, and never actually put anything in the hole. At first, they thought it was a mistake. Maybe the squirrel forgot. Maybe it got distracted. But then they noticed a pattern. This only happened in one specific situation. When another squirrel was watching. Let that sink in for a second. A squirrel with a real nut, alone, buries it normally, no tricks, no hesitation. But the moment it senses another squirrel nearby, watching, waiting, ready to steal, something changes. It starts digging a decoy hole. It performs the same motions, patting, covering, acting satisfied. Meanwhile, the real nut is still hidden, tucked safely inside its cheek the entire time. It's not forgetting to hide the nut. It's pretending to. And here's where it gets even more interesting. This isn't a random behavior. Researchers found that squirrels will actually switch strategies depending on who's watching. If a rival is close by, the squirrel digs more decoy holes and spends less time on real ones. If no one is around, it stops wasting energy on fake burials completely. That means the squirrel isn't just reacting. It's calculating. It's asking a question most animals never seem to ask. What does the other squirrel think I'm doing? In science, that ability has a name. It's called theory of mind. It's the capacity to understand that another creature has its own thoughts, and that you can influence what those thoughts are. For a long time, scientists believed this kind of thinking was almost exclusive to humans, and maybe a few extremely intelligent animals like chimpanzees or dolphins. A squirrel wasn't supposed to be on that list. But here it is, sitting in a park, deceiving another squirrel using a strategy built entirely around imagining what that squirrel believes. Think about how complex that actually is. The squirrel isn't just hiding a nut. It's predicting how another animal will react to what it sees. Then it's creating a false scene, specifically designed to manipulate that reaction. That's not instinct, that's strategy. Now here's a question. If a squirrel can lie this convincingly, how often has it fooled you? Every decoy hole in every park you've ever walked through, you probably assumed was just a squirrel storing food. You had no idea you might have been watching a performance. But the story doesn't stop with fake burials. Squirrels don't just fool each other in the moment. They also remember who was watching. Some studies suggest squirrels adjust their future burial locations based on which specific squirrels saw them hide food before. If a known thief was watching last time, the squirrel changes its strategy the next time that same squirrel is nearby. That means squirrels aren't just reacting to the presence of a rival. They're building a memory of who can be trusted, and who can't. And they're using that memory to outsmart specific individuals over time. At this point, you might be picturing squirrels as harmless little creatures collecting food in your backyard. But what you're actually looking at is a tiny, fast-moving strategist running a constant mental simulation of deception, memory, and risk. Every twitch, every pause, every fake dig, it could all be part of a plan you're not even aware you're watching. So the next time you see a squirrel burying something in the ground, stop for a second. Look around. Is another squirrel watching? Because if one is, there's a real chance what you're seeing isn't a nut being hidden at all. It might be a lie, performed perfectly, by an animal we used to think was too small to be this clever. And if squirrels are capable of thinking this far ahead, what does that say about the animals we've never even bothered to study closely? That answer might surprise you even more, and we're going to explore it very soon. If this shocked you, make sure you're subscribed, because the smartest deception in nature might be happening right outside your window.